Grand Rising, dear family. Shalom to every melanated God angel, Orisha Diva Pharaoh in existence. I am Just Love's First Lieutenant, and I have order for you to follow. This video is simply going to be titled The 12 Soul Directional Words Hierarchy Focus. The 12 Soul Directional Word Hierarchy Focus. Out of my 9 soul liberation hierarchies in which I made up. Real quick, I want to say this. I did some more research on the Akasha. It turns out there is a Hindu god already in association with this here specific element. And the Akasha is the ether, of course. And the ether is what derives from the universe to, within and throughout us all, through our what can be known as the chakras, to manifest into our world as the Pranas. The 5 Pranas. What are the 5 Pranas, real quick? Prana Vayu first. Then you got Udana Vayu. Vayu is a god of wind or a god of air. And then you have Samana Vayu. And you have Vayana Vayu. And then finally you have Apana Vayu. What are they? Udana, intake or inhale, the upward moving air. Upward moving, you follow what I'm saying? And then Samana Vayu, the vision. Then you have Vayana Vayu, which you feel like, Jala waters and things of that nature. And then finally Apana Vayu, the exhale. You follow me? And then Prana Vayu is where the other 4 derive from. And through our chakras and or our 5 senses, these here Vayus or these here Pranas manifest themselves into our physical world. You follow what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to do all of my 9 hierarchy videos. I'm going to do focuses on all of them. I'm going to just make an individual video focusing on all of them. And this one right here is going to be for the 12 soul directional words or the 12 soul directional dimensions. You can call them dimensions or words. You can, whatever you want to call them, or lines. For this specific video, I'm going to call them words though, or at least for the title of the video, but they're going to be dimensions though. The 12 soul directional dimensions. Now what are they? First, details. This here hierarchy is broken apart into 3 groups. 3 groups. 4, 8, 12. There will be 4 within all 3 groups. 4 specific lines of this hierarchy within all 3 groups. And the thing is, they're going to be targeting 3 areas or 3 planes. You follow what I'm saying? They're going to be targeting the conscious mind. They're going to be targeting the subconscious mind and the unconscious mind of the soul. Remember, spirit at base are the 5 senses in one, or the 5 elements of the universe itself. That's what spirit is at base. That's what spirit can be labeled and described as a whole at base. The 5 elements and or the 5 senses, BKA the 510 mantras, and also the 5 pranas. 5, 5, 5. Spirit is pretty big with the 5s right now, huh? So, the soul harbors the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind, whereas spirit is the 5 senses, in which is the force that decorates the soul, in other words. So meaning like spirit is the force that decorated your soul. Spirit is the force that decorated your soul with this flesh. And this soul can be labeled and described with 3 parts. The conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. But there's more to it though. Now, on the surface of the soul can be labeled and described, or you can talk, there are, I'm going to say 10 chakras. I'm going to use a 10 chakra system for this one. I'm going to keep using a 10 chakra system for the whole entirety of the Soul Game saga. There's a 10 chakra system broken apart into or evenly distributed or evenly divided within and throughout all 3 of these here areas I speak of, the conscious mind, subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. And the 10 chakras, their names, because these 10 chakras broken apart and or evenly split apart into all 3 of these planes here, they represent the fundamental base of each of those planes. They represent the fundamental base of each of these planes. You follow what I'm saying? And now, counting from the current of liberation, meaning from the highest of the chakras on down to the lowest, you got the soul star chakra. Then you have the crown chakra, and then what I personally label and describe as the conscious mind's highest foundation of knowledge, the Earth Star Chakra. Those three in one form in the space known as the Akasha space. I just found out that the Hindu god, there's a Hindu god, one of the divas, in other words. His name is, what was it? I believe Deus, or Deus. That's what his name was, Deus. Like literally, like almost sounds like day. You follow me? But you take a look at his name. He's one of the diva gods. He's the Hindu god associated with Akasha. Now, see, me personally, I would prefer to call the Akasha energy a female. Reason why is because reality at its base can be labeled and described as divine feminine energy. But what divine feminine energy is, in reality or in actuality, when you remove the gender classifications from it, it's electron energy or negative energy or a force. Just a force in which can be utilized however we wish to use the force for, or however we used to utilize the force. You follow me? You follow what I'm saying? And your physical body is this force. Your physical body is this force in which I speak of. And the soul is the controller of this force. The soul inside of thee is the controller of this force. And what is the soul? The soul is emotional or intellectual energy or intensity, especially as revealed in the work of art or an artistic performance, arter. You follow me? It's the energy that drives you to do what you do. The actual energy that drives you to do what you do. The natural, from the core of the universe itself, the life force of the universe itself. That is what drives you to do what you do. You follow what I'm saying? So, the first top plane is called the transpersonal plane, or the conscious mind. And the fundamental base, or the underlying basis of information, and or the, I want to say medium. Yeah, the chakras can be seen as a medium for this parable to work. Yeah, medium. You follow me? Meaning like the chakras are what form a connection between this here 12 soul directional hierarchy that I've come up with, and as well as the soul. The chakras are the mediator, or the mediator between the soul and these here 12 and this here 12 hierarchy list. You follow me? That's how you can see it to make more sense faster. And then I said the soul star chakra, crown chakra, and earth star chakra, in my opinion, represent those three in one form in the space they're in, the Akasha. Those represent the conscious mind's foundation of knowledge, or baseline, underlying basis, and then the subconscious mind's underlying basis, or the egoic plane, in other words, I consider it to be the third eye chakra, throat chakra, and the heart chakra. Those three in one form in the space of the Akasha. You follow what I'm saying? That's the underlying basis of the subconscious mind. And then the underlying basis of the unconscious mind. The underlying basis of the information for the unconscious mind, or the mediator that will be forming a connection between the soul's unconscious mind and as well as my 12 hierarchy, soul directional words, will be of the solar plexus chakra, sacral chakra, and root chakras. Those three in one form is in the heading towards the Akasha space. You follow me? Now the details that whenever I talk about the soul game or things of the nature, it's going to be a lot of details. You follow what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of details because I'm spending a lot of time memorizing and or mastering ways that I can tell you what we logically feel like faster. You follow what I'm saying? Coming up with more words to essentially deal with what we are truly dealing with here. A very, very foul influence. You dig? Moving forward though. Now, what are the 12 soul directional words? The first 4 will be soul freedom, soul liberation, soul sovereignty, soul coexistence. Now how this is going to work, the chakras that form the connection between this conscious mind space and as well as the 12 directional soul words, they are as follows. Soul freedom will be targeting the soul star chakra, triggering its just love energies to move to, within, and throughout you all into our physical reality. Now, what are its just love energies? The energies of the soul, because the soul is just love. The soul itself is just love. You follow what I'm saying? Soul freedom, soul liberation. Soul liberation will be targeting the crown chakra, triggering its energies to move to, within, and throughout us all into our physical reality or onto our physical environment. You follow what I'm saying? the Akasha being the environment. And then soul freedom, soul liberation, soul sovereignty. Soul sovereignty will be targeting the Earth Star chakra, triggering its energies, meaning bringing soul sovereignty to the planet and all the things in which the planet harbors at the current moment in time. Don't forget, the world defines as the Earth, together with all of its countries, peoples, and natural features. Everyone and everybody. The world defines as the Earth, or the Father's Heart. I consider it the Father's Heart. At least the title of the planet should be titled the Father's Heart, according to my personal opinion. Or the world, together with all of its countries, peoples, or natural features. The world is the Earth, together with all its countries, features, and natural features. Countries, peoples, and natural features. Moving forward. So, soul freedom, soul liberation, soul sovereignty, and soul coexistence. Soul coexistence. Soul coexistence will be the space in which those three in one form are headed towards, or the Akasha space in which those three in one form are headed towards. When I did my studying, or when I looked up just the basics of Wikipedia, just to see what the Akasha was all about or talking about, it also talked about how everything in reality derived from this here Akasha, and how the god in which is associated with the Akasha, Deus, or Dei, is married to the earth goddess Prithvi. Prithvi is the earth, or one of the 5 great elements called the Panch Mahabhuts. So in other words, Deus, the Hindu god Diva, and Prithvi, the Hindu goddess Diva, or how did you say the word for the female? It was a different way to say it for the female. I believe it was Divis. I believe that's what it was. I have to look at it again. But Prithvi and Deus, the wind god, or the sky god, that's what they call him in Hindu mythology, the sky god. So Vayu is the air god, and Deus is the sky god. You follow what I'm saying? They have a god for everything in Hinduism, but it's only 33 of them though. They only got 33 divas in Hinduism. You follow me? This here sky god is married to Prithvi, and Prithvi is the Panch Mahabhuts, or one of the 5 great elements in which manifests herself to, within, and throughout our 10 mantras, the 10 mantra of smell to be more specific, into our environment as the element and or the characteristic in which she is, through our, or in the form of what can be known as the Pranas, or one of the 5 Pranas. And Prithvi's prana form would be known as the Apana, according to how it's lined up. Prithvi's prana form that she manifests herself to, within, and throughout our 10 mantras and or our chakra smell sense into the physical reality as the prana known as Apana, Apana Vayu. And then Deus manifests himself as prana. But like I said, me personally, I just want to buy the fact that Akasha is a woman. Because this here Deus Diva, his story is similar to Obatala's story. You follow what I'm saying? Meaning the giver or the creator of our physical flesh. So just like you have a Lodamare in Yoruba, you also have Vishnu in Hinduism. And now you got Deus, if this is his name. I hope I'm saying his name properly. I get a sense that I'm not saying his name properly. But I need you to know who I'm referring to, the sky god in Hinduism. The sky god of Hinduism is similar to Obatala in the Yoruba. You follow me? You got a Lodumare and then Vishnu. Then you got this possibly, if it's correct, Deus. And then you have Obatala, the Yoruba, creator of the flesh. You follow me? So, moving forward now. I just covered the areas of the first of the conscious mind, and now what are the areas or what's the information for the subconscious mind, the egoic plane. Your natural ego is what forms the connection between the conscious and the unconscious, and is responsible for reality testing and a sense of personal identity. So that means ego is what forms the connection between the life force source and your physical body. Your natural ego is what forms a connection and or what mediates between the life force just love source or your physical body, in which it channels its energy to, within, and throughout. That's what your natural ego is. The connection that forms, that helps you form between source and body. Life force, source, and body. Your ego helps you do that. You follow me? So in other words, ego is essentially the chakra system, or it's just a part of your mind, the neuromuscular junction, or just the connection between it. The ego is essentially the chakra system, the one system we have. It can be 10, 9, 8, or infinity. It's the chakra system thereof that forms the connection between the soul and the spirit. Ego is the chakra system that forms the connection between the soul, life force source, and the spirit, the five senses. You follow what I'm saying? You can see it like this as well, if you like to. What is a chakra? Each of the centers of spiritual power in the human body, usually considered to be 7 in number, but it is infinite. Moving forward now. So, what will be the 4 targeting this here egoic plane's foundational baseline of soul chakra energy or soul spiritual power? You follow me? Because let's not forget, the soul essentially is the underlying basis of the chakras, as well as the chakras are also the underlying basis of the soul, and they all work hand in hand. It's not confusing. It's a way to comprehend it more effectively. The soul is the foundation of the chakras, as the chakras are also the foundation of the soul. But the soul is what manifests itself through the chakras into the physical reality, as the chakras also manifest themselves as to what they are through the soul. You want to know why? Because you are the soul, and the soul is also you. But the soul is a non-physical power, but also the physical power's battery, if that makes sense to you. Soul balance, soul pride, soul principle, and soul ethics. Those are the 4 soul directional words for the egoic plane. Soul balance will be targeting the 3rd eye chakra, triggering its energies of the soul's just love, prowess, and characteristics to move to, within, and throughout you all into the physical reality. Then you have soul pride, targeting the throat chakra, triggering its soul energies to move to, within, and throughout the chakras, and then to within and throughout you all into our physical reality, unto our environment. Just love, manifesting from our bodies unto our environment, manifesting from source unto the environment. Next, soul principle, targeting the heart chakra, principle, heart of hearts, just for that specific reason alone. Principle spelled with a P-A-L at the end, not a P-L-E. Because the principle spelled with the P-A-L, P-R-N-C-I-P-A-L, principle spelled in that regard, talks about a master or a ruler, a master or a ruler. And then principle spelled with the P-L-E talks about a fundamental truth or proposition, a fundamental underlying basis, like the soul itself, a fundamental truth or proposition that serves as the foundation for a system of belief, behavior, or for a chain of reasoning. You have a soul principle and a soul principle. The soul is the ethic grounds in which you stand on, just love, as well as the leader and or government of your internal soul country. You have an internal soul country, if you want to buy that or not. And your soul, just love energy, is the government of this internal country in which resides within you. Soul, once again, soul balance, soul pride, soul principle, and soul ethics. Soul ethics, that's the final word there. That means the 3rd eye chakra being targeted by soul balance, the throat chakra being targeted by soul pride, the heart chakra being targeted by soul principle, and then the space in which those 3 in one form are headed towards will be the soul ethical grounds in which they will be standing on in the Akasha. Moving forward now, the last plane. This video is going to be relatively short. It was supposed to be. The last plane now, the somatic plane, or the physical body, or the unconscious mind. What are the soul's mediating chakras for the unconscious mind? What are the mediator chakras for the unconscious mind? That's how I'm going to say it. What are the mediator chakras for the unconscious mind here? They are of the solar plexus chakra, the sacral chakra, and the root chakra. Those three in one form, headed towards the Akasha space once they receive their soul directional orders to move. And what are they? Soul first, soul speed, soul theocracy, soul tribe. Soul first, soul speed, soul theocracy, soul tribe. Soul first, soul speed, soul theocracy, soul tribe. Each of these hierarchies that I have lined up, all 9 of them, once you finish the 12th one, it'll just stroll you right into the next hierarchy listing. Like, for example, I just said soul tribe, and now once you see what the first 4 of the next hierarchy is in the next video I'm getting ready to do, you'll see how soul tribe rolls perfectly in to the 12 divine tasks, verse 4. Peace, love, unity, and advancement. You follow me? So, soul first, targeting the roots, targeting the solar plexus chakra. Now, on an ethereal sense, meaning in the full physical reality, our solar plexus chakra will be our gut strength. But in the astral perspective of the solar plexus chakra, on an astral perspective, our solar plexus chakra will be of our minds, our conscious minds, our manipulas. What I just told you, as far as the conscious mind, subconscious mind, and unconscious mind, those are essentially 3 specific forms, 3 specific things in one. Meaning you are this here unconscious mind that I speak of. The king of all kings, and/or the actual you, the higher you, not the highest, just the higher you, is of the somatic plane, the mediator. And then the highest you, that there is of the conscious mind, the soul star chakra, crown chakra, and earth star chakra. So, once again, soul first, be targeting this solar plexus chakra, triggering its soul energies to move to within and throughout you all into our physical environment. And then you have soul speed, targeting the sacral chakra, triggering its soul's just love energies to move to within and throughout you all into our physical environment. And then you have soul theocracy, targeting the root chakra, triggering its soul's baseline just love energies to move to within and throughout you all into our physical environment. And then those 3, in one form, the direction they're headed towards, the Akasha, soul ethic grounds, or soul tribe grounds. Soul tribe, in the last part here. So once again, full recap. The 12 soul directional words, the 10 chakra system mediator, and the soul in which the chakras mediate between the directional words and the soul itself. Just going to list off the 12. Soul freedom, soul liberation, soul sovereignty, soul coexistence. Those are the first 4. Second 4, soul balance, soul pride, soul principle, soul ethics. Those are the next 4. Locked in too. I'm locking those in right there for the purpose that I'm locking them in for. And then lastly, soul first, soul speed, soul theocracy, soul tribe. Shalom, shalom, shalom. May these words reach you for the purpose they are intended to reach you for. Soul freedom and soul liberation. And more importantly, soul supremacy. Therefore, peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family.